Hola amigos del Aviso Magazine, saludarles. El día de hoy tenemos una entrevista súper interesante. Tendremos a una cantautora estadounidense y esta entrevista tendrá que ser en inglés, así que acompáñenme. Es la primera que realizo en este idioma, así que vamos a platicar con ella nuevamente. Para las personas que están aquí acostumbradas a escuchar las entrevistas en español, esto será en inglés, así que vamos a ver cómo nos va. We're going to welcome LP, songwriter and singer. She's here from the US, but she has conquered Latin America and the whole world. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I've seen since yesterday that we posted that you were going to be here at El Aviso. Your fans are going crazy from Chile. Cool. We also had people from Argentina. We actually have some questions from them, also from Europe. And it's just amazing to see the love that your fans have for you.
Isn't it amazing? I know. I'm so lucky, and you know, we have a good thing. I think, you know, I love them. They're like, you know, I mean, said it many times, but they're everything. Like, there's nothing, you know, it's not. I don't exist without that. So it's cool.
It's wonderful to see that love that they have for you. But tell us about you, for those who have not heard about LP. LP, and how did you start it in the music industry?
I mean, you know, it was a long and winding road, but it was, you know, I literally started from nothing. I started from, you know, shitty clubs in New York, and I just kept like, you know, working and kept writing, and then I kept getting record deals. You know, I put a record out in 2001 on an indie label, then, you know, another one 2004, another indie label. Then I got my first major label deal at 2006. I was on there for like 3 years. Nothing happened, but I wrote like 140 songs, and then one of the songs got picked up by the Backstreet Boys. Then I was in a publishing deal for like 2 years, where I just wrote songs for other people, like Rihanna, Christina Aguilera, Cher, like I don't freaking know, a bunch of people. And then I got another deal as an artist with Warner Brothers in 2011. Wrote a bunch of songs on that. My first record with them, Forever for Now. Then and then that worked out well, but then everything changed at the label. I played them my new songs for my next record, and the new people were not into it. I played them this song called "Lost on You" that some people know. Strange and Muddy Waters, and they dropped me from the label. Then I got put on another label, or I got signed to another label, like an indie label, a small one called Vagrant that I loved, and a very cool label. Lots of cool bands out of like Black Rebel Motorcycle Club and shit like that. And then Lost on You came out, and was a really big hit in many countries, and changed my life, you know. And then so now I tour all the time, and I still write songs, because I always will. And no one can stop you from writing songs, kids. Don't forget that. You can just write songs. No one's going to come to your house and hold, you know, try to kill you for writing songs. I mean, unless, you know, in our country it's a different matter. But anyway, that's it. That's my story. Ta-da!
Well, thank you for
nice and short.
It's wonderful. And when you mentioned about this song that really got the world to get to know who LP is the one "Lost on You," that it's still in the charts in Latin America.
I know, it's so crazy. Like, honestly, like, I can't, you know, and you know, I feel like the story, even if it wasn't my story, you know, I think it was a good story, just because, you know, my thing is, like, I want people, you know, whatever, the people that want to, like the musicians in the crowd that, you know, want to be inspired and want to, and, you know, like, I think when you're like trying to do something like this, you know, you're always like, you just want to know it's going to be okay, and that, like, you know, you have a chance, you know. And I think everybody's got a chance, but, like, you know, not everybody's going to, like, make it easy for you. So sometimes, you know, people will try to, like, tell you that, you know, something you're doing is not good enough for the world. And it turns out they're wrong. And of course, like, you know, like, they can't, nobody, like, you know, I don't think people, you can't, basically in art, you can't let people try to, you know, make you feel like you can't do it, because you can do it. You know, if you think you could do it, you can do it, and just fucking do it, and don't listen to those a-holes.
No, thank you for sharing because it is so true. And I hear it so many times from successful people and really famous celebrities
Mhm.
who have once been told, you can't do it, you're not good enough for
Yeah,
this industry. You know,
yeah,
people need
stupid.
to, your fans and everybody who's listening to this interview, to really understand that just because one person doesn't agree or doesn't like what you do doesn't mean that the whole world or
Yeah,
somebody else is not going to like it. So you need to,
right.
we're
Yeah,
going.
and we're in this good spot now where, like, you know, we can put shit out by ourselves and you know, and experiment with like that, you know, and I love it, you know. I think I'm you know, that doesn't make it makes it any easier. In some ways, it's harder, you know. It's like, you know, it's everybody can do it per se, you know, so they do it. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening here. I'm having a hair meltdown. But yeah, it's a not everybody can do it. So but then again, many people can, and I think like it's just I think as artists we have to encourage each other artist and try to, you know, once you've been through what I've been through, I feel like it's my duty to kind of pass on the fact that like, hey, you know what, it's not easy, but it is you know, arguably one of the most rewarding things in the world, you know, and being able to touch people with music, get music to people, connect with people through music is just unbelievable. And I'm so so in awe of like the whole process and so grateful. And yeah, like I said, I would recommend it. And it's nice to you know, it feels really nice to be in the like, you know, the pandemic and the fact that I was like working on a new record was really helpful for me to like kind of get through it and creatively. And yeah, so excited to give new music to people.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And now that you mentioned about that the road has not been easy, what do you believe or what do you think that has been the biggest challenge or obstacle in your career?
Uh, probably myself, you know. I mean, you know, the headspace, like, you know, trying to like, you know, I've been my biggest asset and my biggest obstacle, you know. Like everybody, like that's what we do, you know. Like I'm like, you know, but ultimately it all comes down to like, you know, being a thoughtful person, like, you know, kind of finessing your art into like what you want it to be, how you want it to be, and that just came through like work. I mean, my biggest you know, I mean, time is an obstacle, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like, you know, I always say this, like, but you know, I feel like if I was a painter, it wouldn't matter. Time wouldn't matter. I just keep painting and painting and painting. And, you know, painters are always reaching their, you know, their kind of peak, like later or whatever. But then in music and, you know, acting, sometimes everyone's like, it's got to happen right away or it's not real. You know, it's like, I don't really subscribe to that bullshit. I'm just like, you know, I'm writing songs. I'll be writing songs over here if you need me. Like even if I was on a desert island, and I enjoy it, and you know, and it's just such a process, and it's so the only person that ever like, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure people can see it from the outside, but for me, the joy of like songwriting is that I'm the only one that really gets to know how much better I'm getting at it, you know, and how much you know, the fluidity with which I can convey an idea or a emotion is like, you know, really important, and I'm always looking to do that more or better.
Well, we're just going to talk about the songs that you have written, but that's going to be in just a bit because I do want to welcome all your fans that are going crazy on social media.
Oh, really? Cool. They're here?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know we
That's
have
sick.
Marina Aguirre, we
Nice.
also have Giselle.
Yay. All
A
right.
lot of comments in Spanish, let me tell you.
I can't
Greetings.
believe it. I don't believe it. Let me see those bastards.
And then we also have greetings from the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yes.
I never been there. No, I'm just kidding. I have been there. I love the Netherlands. That's great.
We're definitely going to talk about the places that you've been. And then we also have the official fan club in Mexico. We love you, LP. They also have their hashtag. And I've seen it a lot
Mm-hmm.
throughout the comments.
Boop.
Hashtag LP Fan Mexico Oficial. Also from Germany. Let's see, Mi ídola por siempre. Let's see, also from Chile, Argentina. My goodness, you have fans all over the world. Bolivia, Arizona.
It's really
Wow.
cool. It's wild, right? I mean, I didn't even know some of the, I never even heard of some countries that I've been to. It's wild. It's big world out there.
For those fans, particularly from Latin America, who are writing in Spanish, do you know some words in Spanish or a message that you can give them now in this interview
Ah,
in Spanish?
hola, mis amores. Te amo, te amo, te amo.
And they love you too. I can
Yeah.
totally see it. And you told us at the beginning of this interview that with the first label, you wrote more than 140 songs. What inspires you the most?
um, I kind of didn't have a choice. I felt like at that time, it was like, it's like I was, young and like kind of ambitious and wanting to like, do. I wanted to like, I wanted to make it. I wanted to like have my songs heard by people. So like they would set me up with all these huge writers, like very 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 famous writers that like, well, famous in the writing world because no, people don't really know some of these people. But it's wild, like we see the artist as behind the song, and sometimes they are like, I write my own songs, I collaborate, but I don't do songs that I haven't written unless I'm covering a song. But but some people don't do that, and that's okay too. And so, but there are these very very talented people that write songs, and when you're like newly on a major label and you're like a solo artist, you will often be put with these people. And it's like going to school. It's like going to like songwriting college, like you're sitting there with a guy who wrote like, like like a song like True Colors, that song like I see your true colors, whatever, if you don't know that song by the name, but and then and then it's fucking scary. So you got to be like kind of like bring your game. You're sitting there like, what do we do? What do we talk about? How do you write a song? I really don't know. I know I was making them up like anybody, but there's all kinds of like craft, and there's just like, and I don't know, the way you channel things, and it's a very interesting kind of like esoteric, strange thing to create. Still, in my opinion, I'm still in awe of the whole process of writing a song, where it's just like, you know, I have a few chords, I have a title, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking song that's like, being sung back to me at a show. It's like the coolest thing ever. I don't know why I started talking. What were you talking about? Did I answer the question?
Yes. Well, thank you. No,
Hot
it's
damn! I
really,
answered the question once again. I have succeeded in answering the question. I don't know which way my head's
no, and I
going.
love that from a question you start going on and you just tell the story you know, too, and
I
that's what we
do go
love to
on.
know you.
I do go on. I mean, listen, I got to fill up the space, man. Like, who's going to fill up
No,
the space if I don't fill up the space? Nobody.
you just
Yeah.
make it so easy for me, and I love it.
Baby, you don't have to talk at all, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'll just do all
Thank
the
you.
talking, and then we'll have a great relationship. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because the fans want to hear you. And out of all those songs that you have written, is there one in particular, if you can choose? I know this is going to be very, very hard. That's your favorite.
My favorite, oh God, I don't know. I'll say sometimes that I choose other people as a song, that is because I feel like it was really very calculated by me. I had that title for a while, and it was about an ex that like wanted to sleep with other people besides me, and and I was sad and angry for a while. You know what I mean? And then when but and so I kind of knew. I was like, yo, I can't write this song until I get less angry. Like it's just gonna come out wrong. I'm gonna seem like more bitter than like kind of. And so I just waited and waited, like probably like 10 months or some shit like that. And then I don't know. I think it popped out with just the right amount of wry humor, um, and kind of like a little head nod at the like like, hey, cool, you want to go and fuck other people, go ahead, go fuck yourself with other people. And I felt like that was like I feel like I got it right, and I felt good. So I feel like that song might be one of my favorites. A song I wrote called Forever for Now, which I wrote in Big Sur on my mother's birthday, tripping on mushrooms, and I didn't have a phone on me, and I just I had that the whistle part of it, this melody that just like kind of felt like it came out of you know, the Dead Sea. I don't know. So I don't know. I can go on and on. I really I enjoy every moment. Well, not every moment of songwriting. Once in a while, it's this. I feel like it is so difficult. It's like I call it eating a sandwich with your eye. It doesn't do anything. It's very painful, and it doesn't make sense. And sometimes songwriting is like that, and sometimes it's not. Oh look. Oh, I got a text message. Anyway. Boop.
There you go. Well, what I get from the answer is that you wait for, even though you want to write, sometimes you just wait for that time where you feel emotionally stable to write a song.
Yeah, yes and no. I force myself. That has been, I think, one of the greatest gifts that I've been able to do. I call it like it's like if you're an actor, like crying on command. It's like I force myself to like write when I'm not inspired, when I'm not in the mood, at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever. Like it's not like I'm not one of those people that's like light all the candles and I'm like, okay, I don't really do that. It's like, I've been in like I've written some of my best songs like in a completely blank room with like, some dude on a computer and me with a guitar and that's it. And yeah, it's I think you have to be able to do it like in a vacuum. Do you ever do it in a vacuum?
No. Well, another question about the instruments. I know that you play a few. Which one do you like to play the most?
I move it around, I like, so like, cause that's like, it kind of like shifts my perception, like, that's why I kind of flip between regular guitar, ukulele, and this Nashville tuned guitar, which is like somewhere in between a ukulele and I guess regular guitar. And, yeah, I'm kind of like, I feel like there's songs in there waiting, and sometimes I like to, just get a new instrument altogether because it's like especially some vintage instrument where you're like, wow, where the hell has this thing been? You're like, it's from another realm, like 1967, let's play. Like let's see what's in there. It's like really fascinating.
Wonderful. Well, now I'm going to give the chance to two fans who sent questions because we received a lot of questions, but there are two in particular that I do want to, that I chose just randomly. We have Mariana Aguirre. I believe she's from Argentina. And she says that she has two questions for you.
Right.
Songs would you choose to translate to Spanish and make them into like an album in Spanish from the music that you already have?
I don't know. So many things. I'd love to see what the one that you love sounded like in Spanish, even though I can't imagine another, like when you're juggling, like you juggle 3 balls. That would be like another ball. Like, hey, throw in another ball. Let me sing that super hard song to sing and fucking do it in Spanish too. I'd be like, like, no more. But yeah, I mean, that song seems like fun in Spanish. Like, yeah, send some lyrics, man. I'll try to do it. I got to do that. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna ask anybody's permission. That's when I do my best work. Is like when I don't ask permission.
I know.
So yeah.
I'm sure you would do a great job. And then another is if you would learn how to speak Spanish.
Sí. Yeah.
And the other question was if you want to learn Spanish or if you're in the process of learning Spanish.
I mean, I think I'm learning emotional Spanish. But yeah, I'm trying to learn Spanish. Sure. Hmm. I would love to learn Spanish.
And then also Marina Aguirre said that she also has a blog, I believe, and the Instagram page is at writing _for_LP.
Yeah, I've seen her. She's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she says that she's your fan. She's 41 years old, and she has written about your life and all your music career.
How cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I've liked some of her things for sure. And yeah, man, I mean, I want to say that like all the time you guys take with like, the photos and writing things and contacting me and I try to really like kind of respond as much as I can. I follow so many fan clubs, like I keep trying always to follow them and I just really appreciate it so much and and I'm sorry if I don't get to everybody, but sometimes I do see it, and sometimes I try to like everything I can, and but I can't spend my life on Instagram. I already spend too much time kind of scrolling. It's like,
It's it's so hard. If
yeah.
I just have like 10 followers, and for me, it's really hard to
Yeah, and I
respond.
like people to feel
Sometimes it takes
appreciated.
forever. I
Yeah,
can't
I
imagine how hard
know.
it is for you.
And I do this thing where like, with like DMs and shit like that. Like I don't, first of all, I don't have everybody in the DM slip, and then the people I do, I just kind of, Bible dip in there and go like, okay, hi, like, how you guys doing? Because I care, and I'm sure there's people that don't get that from me, and I'm sorry, I
It's
tried.
just so hard. Just keep on trying.
Okay.
Eventually, you might
I
get
will
there.
always try, like, yeah, like I think I use the word try in a lot of my songs,
Mhm.
try to be the star for you. I don't do very well, but I try. I'm
I'm
always
sure you.
trying.
Another question that we have from the profile at lovelp underscore Chile. And the question is, if Mount Everest was your goal, what would it be at the top?
Always. I mean, as if there was another goal. Would it be the top?
Yeah.
Uh, don't make me say this goddamn phrase. Don't make me say it. The journey, the fucking journey. It's the journey. The ship, the journey. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Here's the thing, man. Like I think, like, even with my career, like, yes, the goal is always the top. You know what I mean? Like people like, I get this question sometimes. It's interesting when people say, did you know you were gonna, like, did you think you were gonna make it? Did you picture this when you and the answer is no. I don't, like, this is way more than I ever pictured, like I don't, like even in the US where, people are like, I'm not as big as I am in other parts of the world. My career in the US is so beautiful. My fans in the US are so beautiful. Like I'm so lucky. I'm bigger than I ever hoped for here, and I'm, again, so fucking grateful and all that stuff. But like, but yeah, I just feel like I am continuously like, what was the question again?
That if you would climb
Oh
the
yeah, the top.
Mount
God
Everest,
damn.
what would be
See,
at
I'm
the top?
so verbose. I just forget. I lose sight of the question. All right. Yeah, but I pictured something, but I keep it loose. It's just like songwriting. Like, when I'm writing, I'm trying to like until I go in sometimes, because one of the big things I do in my writing is that we get the music going. I have a concept, and then I go in and do all these melodies on the mic, and it's like that's one of my main things, especially when I write for myself, because I just try to get my heart to explode into the microphone on the first or second try of, like, getting the song together. So I can't think about the end result. I can't think about whether it's going to be great, whether it's going to be a hit, whether it's going to, like, melt people's hearts, whatever the fuck it is, and I really, but so I just keep it blurry in my head. And that's what I do, like with Mount Everest. I'm just being like, like, God, this is long. God, this is high. And then you get there. I think you got to be like, you got to keep that in mind, but not make it be the main thrust focus of the thing. There's my long ass answer. Once again, sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. I mean,
We love it.
these are hard questions, and I can't just, phone them in. Can't be empty.
Oh, I
Can't
know.
be empty. Boop.
Or just one word. Oh, here it is. This is the
Yeah.
answer. Paulina Bustamante wants to know if you would collaborate with Lana Del Rey.
Oh my God. I mean, in a heartbeat. Yeah, I've met her a couple of times, and wow. I mean, her mind is like a like a laser, like a diamond cutter or something like that. I mean, just like 2 seconds of talking to her, and you're like, wow, this chick, man. Like, yeah, she's kind of super interesting, super smart, super, like, focused, and yeah, I would love to write with her. I think she's she doesn't need me or anybody, but yeah, that'd be cool.
Wonderful. And we know that
Mm,
you had plans last year
I do
to
too.
go on tour, but unfortunately, COVID happened and you had
Yeah.
to go virtually. But now
Mm.
you're taking again you're beginning to plan your. Oh my goodness, I'm freezing now. I can't do this.
They make you nervous. See, like that's the thing. It happens. Like I just start to like you want to say a bunch of things because I'm saying a bunch of things, and then we get lost.
I truly got lost, but now you're planning to get on tour.
Oh yeah,
What
touring.
do you have?
Yeah. Well, what do I? What do you mean? Like, what? Am I sad about it? Is that what I'm saying?
No. What
Oh,
are I know that you've been booking
oh
some
yeah.
cities and
Yeah,
dates, so we
like we
gotta
booked
hear about
something
it.
in fucking Germany, and that was interesting. So I mean, I guess I'm going to Germany in September. That's fun. What else? I don't know yet. I mean, I think I have something booked in Mexico, but I forget if it's happening or not. It's it's gonna get back on track. I can feel it percolating. Everything's like like it's like interesting. Like I feel like it's gonna be like like is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? And it's like it's like gone for like 3 years. You know what I mean? Like I don't really because I know that's the nature of things. You know what I mean? So I'm just like enjoying my time while I got it.
Wonderful. And we know that you
Yeah,
recently were in Cabo San Lucas and that you love being over
I
there in
do.
Mexico.
I
Tell us
love
about
Mexico.
this. I know who doesn't.
I
Tell
mean,
us
there's a lot.
about.
There's a lot to love. I'll be honest with
I
you.
know there
A lot of
is.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were you did recorded there are one of the three music videos that we can now enjoy. But tell us about recording with Jaime King and also
Uh,
with a
oh,
Mexican artist.
all right. Make yourself at home, Morrison. Go ahead. Um, uh, Jamie King is a really good friend of mine, and and we were just like kind of like, yo, let's do this video together, and be like you know, um, F. Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald or something like that, just like go grandiose, and it was super fun. And what did you ask me about the recording in Mexico?
Yeah, that you recorded in Cabo San Lucas.
Um, yeah, we went down there. There's this great hotel called the El Ganzo Hotel. My friends are down there. They're so dope, and they the first time we're down there in December-ish of 2019, and it was they have a studio in the basement, but we decided to like take the studio upstairs to the penthouse, and no, you're the best, Jan Hazel, and I started getting comments all of a sudden, which is awesome. And So we moved the studio up to the top floor of that hotel, and it's right on the water. And I don't know, we just like worked every day, 12, 14 hours a day for 2 weeks, writing all this stuff. And it sounds like a lot of work, and it was, but I don't know. I just like when I'm in that mode, man, and just all the sights and sounds and all the things of Mexico, so inspiring. And we got so much of the record there. And then I went down and shot the video for How Low Can You Go there, stayed at the El Ganzo again, and had a great time with Eric Malden and Juliet Grajales. And yeah, and it was just a very cool Danny Goodwin producer. And we just like, we just got that, like we like kind of like brought the visual part in for that. And I don't know, it just seems like it's on track, and Mexico's a big part of that. Even with my experiences down there, like at the end of 2019 with playing was like, pretty special. And in South America. And yeah, I think that my saddest thing of like 2020 was that like, I was really looking forward to going back to Mexico and South America and playing all the Lollapaloozas in South America. And, it'll happen, but it was just like, that was like a big loss, because I was looking forward to seeing my peeps again down there.
And unfortunately, pause, but I'm pretty sure that your fans are going to enjoy it once this happens. And I know it's very, very hard to answer all the questions we've been receiving like crazy. A lot of questions that your fans want to ask. But for those who are asking if you're going to visit their country or their city, we just want to let them know that they can visit your official website, which is imlp.com, and you can find all the dates and the cities that you're going to be visiting.
Yeah. Come on down. Check it out.
Yes. And well, thank
Yeah.
you so much, LP, for this
Thank
time.
you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It was so fun.
Thank you. Talking to you.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. I was like, how am I going to do it in English? I've never done an interview in English. But thank you for your help.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I loved your questions, and even if I forgot them halfway through answering, you know what? I don't even remember what I'm talking about. Sorry, but
It's
yeah,
all
it's all fine.
it's all good. You just made it easy for us. Well,
Yeah,
thank
just
you
try to
so
make it interesting, even if you don't answer the question. Just like fuck it.
much. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
just a greetings, un saludo in Spanish for all those people who have been writing like crazy in Spanish over here that I unfortunately couldn't translate the interview.
Muchas gracias, todos los. Damn it, I almost had it. Todos, everyone, all of you. Mwah, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And like I said, I wouldn't be here without you. And I appreciate your love and support greatly. And you know, as soon as I can, I'll be out there trying to, take pictures with you on your phone.
Perfect. They're
Yeah.
happy to
No
hear that.
hand sanitizer either. I'm just like hardcore. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I don't even give a shit.
Just
Bring it.
giving the love to
Bring
your
it in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die, like from germs and I went through I think I went through a germaphobe phase like everybody, a long, long time ago. And then I was like, I don't know, the more I was like into germs, the more they were into me and they weren't like destroying me. So I think it takes, you gotta have some germs to protect you too.
Yeah.
Now
We
I really don't
definitely-
know what I'm fucking talking about.
It's
Hey, you're
all
the
good.
best. Thank you
Well,
so much.
thank you, LP. Pleasure talking to you and hope to hear from your music and go to a concert here in LA pretty soon.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take
Adios.
care.
Adios. Ciao.
Gracias a todos amigos los que estuvieron aquí conectados en la entrevista el día de hoy a LP. De verdad, una
All right, I don't
disculpa
know how to get out of this.
y traducir, pero como siempre ustedes quedaron avisados y nos vemos en la próxima entrevista. Thank you, LP. Gracias.
Bye. Gracias.